Hey Yogi, welcome to day 6. You're almost done with the first week of this beginner program. Today we are working on standing poses, which are strengthening the lower body and also working on your standing balance. When you're ready, come into half shavasana on your back with the knees bent. The feet are on the ground, knees are bent, come onto the back. Close your eyes, arrive, feel the body laying here on the ground. Take a couple of deep breaths to fully arrive and get ready for this practice today. Great job making time to practice, carving out that time out of your day. So put all the things that you did so far or that you have planned for the rest of the day aside. For the next 30 minutes it's time to focus on you, to move, to breathe, and to connect to the stillness within. Set an intention for your practice today. Make this practice your own, make it personal. Start to bring the heels closer to the hips. Blink your eyes open if you want to, otherwise keep them close. Press into the heels, lift your hips up for bridge pose. Keep a gap between the chin and the chest to keep the neck safe. Press into the heels, engage your glutes, lift your hips up high. Keep the breath going. With your hips lifted high, start to extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. Imagine you're standing on the ceiling, so the right foot is flexed, the toes are pointing towards you. Press into your left heel more, lift your hips higher up. Keep the breath going. Keep that right leg straight and lifted, lower the hips down, let them hover above the ground. Press into the heel, lift the hips back up. Very good. 2 more, just like that, you're doing great. Lower down, lift up. Last one, lower and lift it up. Press into the heel, release the right foot down to the ground, bridge pose. Last deep breath in, lift the hips up high. Exhale, release the hips back down to the ground. Keep the feet as they are, just bring the knees together. Very good. Slow the breath down again before we continue with the other side. I'll bring those knees again apart. Setting up for bridge pose, heels close to the hips, press into the heels, lift your hips up. Find that stable bridge pose here first. Shift some more weight into the right foot as you extend the left leg up. The left foot is again flexed, so you can see the tip of your toes. Straighten the left leg as much as possible, lift your hips higher up. And let's do 3 of those. Lower down with the hips, nice and slow, inhale, lift back up. With the breath, 2 more. Lower down, exhale. Inhale, lift. Last one, lower down. And lift it up. Very good. Set the left foot down, bridge pose. Last deep breath in. Exhale, release the hips down. Beautiful job. Slow the breath down. Beautiful job so far. Really working the glutes, which is just like the core, so important to keep the body stable, the body safe, and to prevent and perhaps heal any kind of back pain. Oftentimes back pain comes from the core and your glutes being too weak, so it's good to work on those parts. And good thing we're covering everything in this program. Let's start to hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice hug, start to rock forward and back. Eventually we will meet in a tabletop, so you can cross your ankles, roll over the knees, come onto all 4s, readjust on your mat, the shoulders are above the wrist, the hips above the knees, stay on the toes or untuck, you decide, keep the arms straight, send the hips back. Just a quick wrist warm-up today. Start to move the shoulders forward as far as possible with the arms straight. Send the hips back. 3 more forward. and back. Every time you come forward, you feel the fingertips, the weight shifting into the fingers. Let's come back to neutral. Very good. Now stay on the toes. Bring those palms together. Bring the back side of your right hand on the ground, straighten out through both arms. So the left hand is pressing down into the right palm. Bend your right arm. The right elbow comes close to the ground, and then you straighten the arm again. So you're going with the right elbow back towards 6 o'clock, then over towards 3, then back to 6, and you straighten the arm again. Let's do 2 more. Keep the breath going. Very good. Now switch sides. Come onto the back side of your left hand. Press down, straighten the arms. Bend your left arm. Bring that left elbow back towards 6 o'clock. Then over to 9. Back to 6. Straighten the arm again. Let's do 3 more. Very good. Sit on the heels for a moment. Maybe untuck the toes, shake out the hands. Let's all meet in a downward facing dog. Place the hands down, send the hips up and back. Walk your dog, keep the knees bent. You've been here before many times, so you might already know and have that feeling and that connection what feels good in your body. Move everything around that feels good to arrive whatever you need to do. Very good. Connect the breath, keep the knees bent if you need to. Press into your palms, press into the fingertips. Bring the ears between the arms next to your upper arms. Lift your heels, bend your knees if they're not already. Walk the feet forward between the hands. Take a deep breath in, lift up halfway, lengthen out through the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Let's take 2 more. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Slow it down, breathe slow. Inhale, lift up halfway. Last one. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees, roll up through the spine to standing. Take a deep breath in. The arms reach up, your palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees, chair pose, reach your arms up. Bend your knees more, send the hips back. Really focus on reaching your hands higher up. The legs are already doing a lot of work. Last deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold, straighten your legs. Very good. Take a deep breath in, lift up halfway. On your exhale, step the left foot back. Low lunge. Set the left knee down. You decide if you want to untuck the left toes or stay on the toes, whatever feels better for your knee. Reach both arms up. Send the hips forward and down. Pull the right heel back. Push the left knee forward to make this foundation in your legs nice and active. Very good. Come onto your left toes if you are not already. Then I know it's challenging. Just do your best. Lift your left knee up off the ground for crescent lunge. You want to see the right big toe inside the left knee, the right big toe inside the right knee, so that the right thigh is tracking the same direction as the right foot. Shift the left heel more forward, pull the belly in, reach out through the arms. You're doing great. Breathe nice and slow. Now reach your arms forward, shift forward, the left leg floats up for a warrior 3 prep. Your left leg is lifted, your right leg is your standing leg. Straighten out through both legs. Use blocks here or books if the ground is too far away. Otherwise, come onto the fingertips. You're sending the energy back through the left heel and forward through the spine. Now focus on lowering the left hip more down. So it's almost on the same height as your right hip. Nice and slow breaths here, just 3 more. Very good. Start to bend your right leg slightly. Rise up to standing on the right foot. The left foot is not touching the ground for tree pose. So you could bring the left foot either inside the right shin or inside the right thigh. Hands to the heart, stand tall. We're here in tree pose to, of course, work on standing balance, but also to open up the left hip. So push the hips forward. Pull the left knee more back behind you. Relax your shoulders down, away from the ears. Stand tall. Look at some point in front of you, if there's a wall, or down on the ground, and breathe. Let's take 3 more just like that. Release your left foot down to the ground next to the right. Reach both arms up, take a deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plank pose, hands down, step the feet back. You decide, knees up or down. Push the ground away, tuck your tailbone, engage the core. Keep the breath going. And let's all lift the knees up, shift forward, come high onto the toes, then set the knees back down, bend your arms low all the way down to the ground. Very good. Bring the hands forward underneath your shoulders, untuck the toes, engage your glutes first. On your inhale, lift the chest, the hands up. Exhale, lower down. 4 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1, lift up and lower. Very good. Send the hips back to child's pose. Walk the hands forward. Rest the forehead down. Let the hips be heavy. It's okay if they do not touch the heels. Just find this pose that feels like a resting pose for you, where you can relax a bit more. Slow the breath down, remind yourself of your intention, and be proud of yourself for doing the work, for doing the practice. If you would like to continue, let's come into a downward facing dog, hands down, come onto the toes, send the hips up and back. Press into the palms, push the ground away again, move the chest towards the thighs. Maybe the knees are bent. Let's lift the heels up, walk the feet forward between the hands. Take a deep breath in, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, roll up through the spine to standing. Deep breath in, the arms reach up, palms touch. Now chair pose, bend your knees, keep the arms lifted, send the hips back. Beautiful. Draw the navel to the spine, pull the belly in, bend your knees more. Last deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step the right foot back, low lunge. Now on the other side, right knee down. Take your time to get there, reach both arms up. Send the hips forward and down. Make this foundation nice and active. Now come onto the right toes. Let's give this a try on the other side. Whenever you feel ready, press into your left heel, into the right toes, lift your right knee up, crescent lunge. Now look inside the left knee. You want to see the big toe inside the left knee. Shift the right heel more forward, pull the belly in, reach out through the arms. Last deep breath in. Exhale, reach forward, shift forward, warrior 3, prep, the right leg floats up, straighten both legs. Use blocks if you need to, or books, or fingertips on the ground. Make this nice and active by straightening through the legs. Send the energy forward from the hips up through the spine, at the same time from the hip back through the right heel. Draw the navel in, breath is soft. Lower your right hip more down. Just 2 more breaths. Let's rise up for tree pose. Bring that right foot inside the left shin or inside the left thigh. Hands to the heart. Stand tall. Look straight ahead. Just find one point to focus on, to look at. Relax the shoulders down. Push the hips forward. Pull the right knee back. 3 more breaths. If you fall out of it, who cares? Come back into the pose. Try again. You're probably the only person that cares about it the most. So make even the falling part of your practice. It's all good. Let's release, step the right foot down next to the left. Reach both arms up, take a deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plank pose, hands down, step the feet back. Shift forward, come high onto the toes, set the knees down, bend your arms for chaturanga. Very good, straighten the arms, send the hips back, child's pose. Let's do one more, shift forward, all the way, bend your arms, lower all the way down to the ground. Beautiful, untuck the toes. Now slide the hands forward. Engage your glutes first, we're coming into cobra pose. Press into your palms, the chest lifts up. Keep the elbows in, close to your rib cage. Look down to the ground. Keep the breath going. Squeeze the shoulder blades together on your back. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Last deep breath in. Exhale, release everything down. Beautiful job. Shake out the hips left and right. Slide the hands back. Push yourself back to child's pose. Let's come into downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. Last downward facing dog of our practice today. Lift your heels up, walk the feet forward, the feet between the hands. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Last one, bend your knees, roll up through the spine to standing. Deep breath in, the arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Very good. Now bend your knees, set the hips down. Let's come onto the back for half shavasana. Same position that we started in. Now we're coming into a pose called figure 4. So you cross that right ankle or the shin over the left thigh. Now if you look to the right leg, you see this triangle shape you create with the legs. Use your right hand to reach through that hole. You grab behind the left leg or you grab the left shin. Relax the head down, pull your legs towards your chest. Now if you look to that right foot, you want to flex the right foot and see that the right toes are pointing towards the right knee. That way you keep the right knee a little bit safer in all of these hip openers. Relax into it. If you're feeling this in the right outer hip, then it's all good. That's what we're targeting in this pose. And of course, there's a lot more standing, balancing poses, standing poses that strengthen the lower body or the entire body. This is, as in all of the classes in this program, just a glimpse of what we think is suitable for beginners, good to practice the foundations, a good introduction, a good overview, but know that there is such a vast variety of poses. It's almost infinite. You can, at some point, even make new shapes, new poses up, depending on the function and the purpose that you want to fulfill with this pose. It's really endless. So that's just a little glimpse for you in this program. Release the feet back down for half shavasana, both feet on the ground. Let's do the other side. Left shin or ankle over the right thigh. Look, see that triangle, reach through with your left hand, grab behind the leg or the shin, relax your head down, pull your legs towards your chest. Keep your left foot flexed, the toes are pointing towards the left knee. Breathe into it. Breathe into the pose, breathe into the sensation in the body, especially in this one, the left outer hip. 3 more breaths. And slowly release both feet down to the ground. Press into your heels, lift your hips up for bridge pose. Let's do something symmetrical to finish up, to feel even in the body. 2 more nice and slow breaths. Very good. Release the hips down. Close your eyes. Feel the body here on the mat, supported by the earth, by the floor. You're in a safe space. Notice your own breath. And for the pranayama today, it's just like the one we did earlier in this week, where we're taking very deep breaths in and out through the mouth. So it's one of the few where we're actually not breathing through the nose. You're breathing only through the mouth. And it's a variation of a pranayama called Bhastrika, together with Kumbhaka, which is the breath holds that we're doing. It's okay if you forgot those words already. It's not important. It's more important to do the practice than to have the theoretical knowledge. Yoga is really all 99% practice and only 1% theory. So it really all comes back to your practice, your daily commitment to the practice. It's all about you putting in the work. We're doing 30 deep breaths in and out through the mouth. After those 30, you exhale the air out. Hold the breath. You're holding for about a minute. If you do 30 seconds, that's also okay. After that, you will take another deep breath in, fill the lungs all the way up, hold again for about 10 seconds, and then come back to a normal breath. So whenever you're ready, start to take deep breaths in and out through the mouth. Very good, keep it going. Deep breaths in and out through the mouth. You're filling the lungs all the way up, and then let the air go again. Deeply in and fully out. Very good. Halfway through, keep it going. You're doing great. Invite all the sensations that are coming up. If you feel dizzy, if you feel lightheaded, if you hear some echo, it's all good. Last 10 breaths. You're doing fantastic. You're in a safe space. Stop resisting. Keep breathing. Last 5 breaths. Slow it down. Deeply in. Let it go. Last 3. Slow it down. Slow it down. Last 2. Last deep breath in. Exhale all the air out. And then hold. Exhale, hold. Very good. Relax. Hold the breath. If you have to swallow, go ahead and swallow. Relax into it. Hold. Allow this beautiful body to go through everything that's coming up. It's all part of the practice. Hold for as long as you can. Last 30 seconds. Keep holding. You're doing great. Your body right now is healing itself on cell level. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in, fill the lungs all the way up. Hold again at the top for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale all the air out. Come back to a normal breath. Take a couple normal breaths to arrive. Come back to that natural rhythm where you are not controlling or changing anything. Simply relax. Be here now. Relax on your back. If you want to extend the legs forward for Shavasana, go ahead. Whatever you need to do to be comfortable. Start to observe your own breath. The air coming in and out through the nose. Focus on the meditation object, which is your breath. If a thought comes up, let it come. Let it be, and let it go. Redirect your attention to the breath. This attention training helps you to ultimately be present. This presence, the more you practice, will extend from your mat out into your day-to-day activities, out into your day, into your life. So all the actions, all the things you do, you will be doing with more presence, with more purpose. And this is just a glimpse, a short, simple introduction into meditation. The longer you meditate, the longer you sit, the longer you sit with yourself in stillness, the more you will learn about yourself, who you really are. Why are you on this earth? What are you here for to do? All these questions will be answered in stillness. So if you really want to dive deep and find out about these things, the true nature of things, the universe, how it all works, you need to extend your meditation practice and sit longer. Consistency is key. Doing the practice every day will guide you to all that knowledge and all these insights. With that awareness you develop through your meditation practice, you will live a healthier and happier life, with the happiness coming from within. It is not tied or depending on anything external. This is the true happiness. Stay here wherever you are longer. Keep focusing on the breath. We will let this class end here. And we are very proud of you for practicing with us. Thank you for putting in the work, for doing something good for you, but also good for everyone else around you. Because this happiness, this presence, mindfulness just extends into everything you're doing and into your interactions with everyone throughout the day. We'll see you tomorrow for day 7. With love and gratitude, Namaste.